I love watching children play. Who doesn't? But a couple of hundred years ago, I wouldn't have been watching them in a playground having fun. I'd have been watching them in a factory, working. Because back then, child labour was the norm. You might even have found a child doing my job. I'm talking, of course, about...
the Industrial Revolution!
We are history. All right, clear off. Go on. Sheffield, the grim north. Yuck. You know, before the Industrial Revolution, all of this would have been fields. These people would have been cows. Those women would have been geese on their way to market. And he'd have probably been a fox or something. And this wouldn't have been a KFC. Back then, it would have been a Wimpy. It's 6:49 a.m. and I'm off for an early morning jog. Back in time. So, are there still traces of the Industrial Revolution here in Sheffield? Well, of course, no one would use child labour in the 21st century. Oh. Or would they? Well, if you've ever read the Telegraph or the Mail or one of the lefty papers, then you've used child labour. You know what I mean. The paper boy. Got me! Get his legs! Come on, I'm in a sack. It's okay, we're from the BBC, right? Don't cry, don't be scared. This is a historical reenactment. Okay, ready, go, go, go! This is Simon Turner. He's agreed to take me to his family. We've got just 12 hours to recreate the life of a 19th century child labourer, and I haven't done any research. Are you excited, Simon? Oh, don't cry again. Come on, it'll be fun. Simon's family don't know it yet, but by the end of today, they'll know everything there is to know about life in the Industrial Revolution. So are you lot ready to work in a 19th century factory?
Yeah.
Well, not dressed like that, you're not. Let's get you into some authentic period costume. Wow, the past's come to life like some sort of history zombie. Scary, but informative. A factory in the Industrial Revolution would have been a terrifying place. Unskilled labourers working inhuman hours in soul-destroying conditions for pitiful wages. Thankfully, times have changed. Which is why I've come here to this call centre. I've set the Turner family to work in my Victorian call centre. Together, we're going to chart the impact of the new machines and working methods. Yes, the Industrial Revolution will be televised.
Hi, I was just wondering if you'd ever considered cotton.
Did you know our cotton contains 28% more cotton than our leading competitors?
People weren't used to working such long hours, so the mill owners had to be tough to get the best out of their workforce.
It's the whole risk assessment thing.
Something's not quite right. We need something to really evoke the feeling of a 19th century call centre.
Factory.
Yeah, whatever. Ah, got it. We'll have a sing-song with authentic Victorian folk songs. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We take for you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself our mates. We don't have no fuss. 'Cause after some consideration we can say, consider yourself one of us. Now get back to work. In the Industrial Revolution, women still knew their place. So we've left Mrs. Turner looking after the family kitchen. To see how the role of women has changed, I've decided to spend some quality time with her. It's all right, Mr. Turner knows all about it. So, Julie, what's it like wearing that corset?
Uncomfortable.
You look great in it. Wish my wife would wear stuff like that, but she won't be told. So, let's have a look at some of the things you'd find in your Industrial Revolution kitchen. You probably recognise this. This is what they would have used to make their pasta. You know, these days we just buy spaghetti, but of course, then it would have been... Ah! Ah! My hand! I'm only joking, it's just my sleeve, but, you know, that really would have happened. And this, they'd have used for grating parmesan and playing skiffle music. The Industrial Revolution also saw the birth of the trade union movement, so it wasn't all good.
You don't have to work these hours, you know. There are quite clear guidelines about how long contributors can be asked to do for television programmes.
What's this? One of the main problems facing a hard-working sweatshop owner were the rumblings of lefty discontent amongst his workforce.
Have you ever read any Marx?
Kieran, can I have a word?
Yeah, David, what?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult, actually. What the hell's Miles up to? I know he's planning something.
Well, I'm in a bit of an awkward position, David. You know, we're both researchers, and...
Yeah?
Well, if I was speaking, say, as an assistant producer, then that might be a little less awkward.
So you want... Right, so what would my new assistant producer say that Miles was up to?
He would say Miles is planning a strike.
Little... Thank you, Kieran. Welcome to management.
Oxley, Oxley, Oxley. Ow, ow, ow. Oxley, Oxley, Oxley. Ow, ow, ow.
In 1835, a group of 5 labourers decided to form the first ever trade union.
Strike!
They were from the village of Tolpuddle, and they've come to be known as the Tolpuddle Martyrs. Right, I've had enough of this. There's only one way to bring this to a stop. I'm going to have to get industrial on their ass.
Yeah, David, you can't actually beat up the Turners.
I'm not going to beat up the Turners. I'm going to beat up Miles. That'll teach the Turners a lesson.
OK, David, I think you should give me the bat. How about that, OK?
I'll use this instead.
Come on, Miles.
The Tolpuddle Martyrs weren't like normal martyrs. They weren't nailed to a cross or burnt, and they didn't have their fingers pulled out. No, they suffered a fate far worse. They were sent to Australia. Yeah, I'd like to check 5 convicts in, please. I'm sending them against their will. Get on there, Miles.
How long will they be staying for?
For the term of their natural lives. Yeah, bye, convicts. Never see you again. Bye. Bye, strikers. So, what have we learned? Well, that striking isn't just a polite term for an ugly woman, that industry is sometimes revolting, and that if history can teach us anything, it's what happened in the past. That's it. That's what history means. Goodbye. Yeah, that one's for stowage, please.
David, can I get off now? It's just...
David, we're not actually doing this! David! Where is love? Does it fall from stars above? Is it underneath the willow tree that sits and waits for